So, you've got a fireplace or a wood stove. Awesome. But that pipe carrying all the smoke out of your house, that's not just some random piece of hardware. It's a super critical safety system. And making the right choice here is a big deal. It's about safety, it's about durability, and it's about getting real value. So today, we're going to break down exactly how to nail all three. Right now, you might be thinking, come on, it's just a pipe. How complicated can this really be? But let's be honest, if you've ever found yourself standing in a giant hardware store, staring at a whole wall of different options, you know it can get surprisingly confusing and, frankly, pretty overwhelming fast. And that leads us right into what I call the chimney dilemma. The usual way of buying this really important piece of your home can feel like a mess of confusing choices and prices that just don't add up. It makes a simple decision feel, well, anything but simple. I mean, think about it. This is a high-temperature exhaust system that runs right through the middle of your home. Safety is absolutely non-negotiable. And yet, the whole buying process can feel so murky. It's full of technical jargon and prices that seem way too high. And the reason for that, it almost always comes down to hidden markups from a long line of middlemen. But what if there was a more direct way to do this? A way that cuts through all the noise and just simplifies things? Well, it turns out there is. And it all comes down to rethinking how you buy your chimney in the first place. This brings us to the million-dollar question, right? Where can you actually find a top-quality insulated chimney pipe that comes with a lifetime warranty straight from the people who actually built it? And the answer lies in going direct to the consumer. For this explainer, we're going to look at a company called Flue-pipes.com because they've basically built their entire business around this idea. And it's a total shift from the old way of doing things. Okay, so let's really break down that shift. It's all about getting the core difference between that traditional retail model and what happens when you buy directly from the producer. So here you can see the two paths side by side. The traditional retail route has this long chain, right? It goes from the producer to a distributor, then to a retail store. And guess what? Every single step adds a markup to the price. But with a direct model like the one Flue-pipes.com uses, that chain just disappears. It's just the producer selling right to you. This doesn't just cut costs, it completely changes the game, even for stuff like the warranty. And here's the real kicker. Direct from producer pricing isn't just some marketing gimmick. It actually means your money is going into the product itself, into the quality of the steel, the smart engineering, the safety certifications, not into paying for a fancy retail showroom and its complicated supply chain. Of course, a great business model doesn't mean a whole lot if the product itself isn't top-notch. So let's take a look at what you're actually getting. The proof, like they say, is in the pudding, or in this case, the pipe. You're going to see this designation UL 103HT listed, and this is a really, really big deal. It's the highest safety standard there is for home chimneys. It means it's been independently tested to handle not just constant high heat, but also extreme conditions like a chimney fire, up to 2100 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. This isn't just a feature, it is certified peace of mind. Next up, let's talk materials. These pipes are made from 304 stainless steel, and that matters because this particular grade of steel is famous for its incredible resistance to corrosion, both from the weather hammering on it outside and from the acidic stuff in the smoke on the inside. Basically, it's built to last in a really tough environment. And finally, the warranty. Look, a limited lifetime warranty is not standard in this industry. It's a huge statement from the producer. They're basically saying, we built this thing to last and we're willing to stand behind it for as long as you own your home. Now that is confidence you can count on. So what does this all add up to? Well, when you combine that top-tier safety certification, super durable materials, and that direct-to-you value, the result is something pretty special. Lifetime peace of mind. So let's just recap the advantage of going direct here. First, you get certified safety with that UL 103HT listing. Second, you get way better value by cutting out all those retail markups. And third, you get proven durability from quality materials that are backed by a lifetime warranty. Safety, value, and durability. That's the whole package. Which really just leaves us with one final thought. You pour so much time, effort, and money into your home to make it safe and comfortable for the long haul. When it comes to something as vital as your chimney, shouldn't you expect it to be a lifetime investment too?